Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to your second Android Studio tutorial. Um, before I'd like to mention, please watch these videos in full screen, even though I will be zooming in and all. I'd recommend watching these in full screen to be able to see what the hell I'm doing, because the font is a little small. I'm not going to bother changing it because I use this a lot. So let's talk about libraries. So let's get a libs file. So our libs file we're going to use is going to be JSoup, which I'd recommend for anyone who needs to do HTML parsing. JSoup is amazing. It's just the business for parsing and working with HTML. So let's get the jar. Let's keep that. And let's show in folder. I'm just going to copy that over. So I'm going to copy the JSoup. So where are we going to put this in our Android project? Well, under this build src, we're going to add a new folder in here called libs. Okay, so now we've got our libs folder. We're going to paste our library. So now we've got the jsoup.jar library in our thing here. Now, the thing is, Gradle doesn't actually know where that is, or doesn't know to compile this. So we need to tell Gradle to get this class and add it to our project. So this is inside our test module. So what we need to do is we need to go to the build.gradle for this module, which is this one here, and tell it to compile that. So we're going to say compile files, or compile file, and inside some quotations you say libs, so it's in the libs folder, /jsoup. This has to be spelt right, which is not good because I'm not very good at spelling. So 1.7.3.jar. Okay, so now we've added our Gradle. Let's sync, and this will tell if it builds correctly. Down the bottom it's telling you. So Gradle invocation completed successfully. So if I bring up my event log, show it up high, you can see Gradle invocation completed in 2 seconds. So that means Gradle has now ran and is successfully compiled our component. So let's test that. Let's go into our main activity and try and do something. Now unfortunately we're getting these errors. These happen every so often. I have no idea what's causing them. I'll go fix that. Okay guys, I need to go backstep that error. It was actually caused by me. I know what caused it. Kind of embarrassing. But I actually had a syntax error in my Gradle file. So you have to say compile files, and in brackets put in this. I forgot about this. I mixed it up. So essentially what Gradle was trying to do is trying to go off to the cloud and get this file, but this tells it that it's local. So just don't make that mistake. It's very easy to make mistakes with Gradle. It's a bit confusing. Anyway, let's just go to our main activity, or we'll start up our AVD anyway. I hope this starts. I've been having issues with these lately, these emulators. They don't seem to want to work. Yeah, it's all correct. And we'll let that start up. So in order to do JSoup, let's create a JSoup file. Yes, I was Googling how to fix it. So this is a JSoup thing. So we're just going to say document doc equals jsoup.parse. So we'll put in some random HTML. So we'll just say that quickly. So we'll create a document. So document jsoup.nodes is there. So we're good. Parse, and we'll just say so it's on a random HTML. We won't do anything with this. We'll run. We'll try and see if our emulator is going. It's taking its time for some unknown reason. Tell you what we'll do. We'll start a Gingerbread emulator. and we'll ignore this. We'll run this on ARM, so it's going to be slow and problematic, but at least it'll work. So anyway, that's, JSoup has been added now. I'll show you this running now in a sec, but as you can see, that's essentially how you add a library to Gradle. You tell it to compile the file in whatever folder. So in your main module, add your test, or your library. Okay, so our emulator is now ready to go, so we're going to run the project. And it's going to upload to our path and should run on our emulator. So it's installing. There we go, success. Okay, for some bizarre reason I managed to click debug. So we're going to ignore that. We want to detach the debugger. I'll probably go through advanced debugging at some point, because debugging on this is amazing. But yeah, it's really, really cool. There we go. Oh, it came up there, but we know it's running. So the app is running correctly, and we have our JSoup classes and library ready to go. So there we go, test project, hello world, voila. So that's adding a library, or a library file to your, or a library jar to that. So the next thing we're going to try and add is a library project. And we'll do that in the next video, guys, because it's a little bit more involved. But we'll add a library project, or essentially we're going to add a module to Gradle that's not our own, and we'll use that. So anyway, guys, I'll see you next time.